Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Tantrums and Tirades with Dave and Carolyn. Today we're going to be breaking down Dave Chappelle's epic monologue from SNL. So let's get into it. Friendly reminder, Carolyn does not have a camera set up for this interview. Let's do it.
All right. Oh, wait a minute. You done did a hidden intro day that I didn't hear?
I just said welcome, we're going to be talking about Dave Chappelle, and then let's go.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what you said over there 'cause I didn't hear you. Okay, hold on. I gotta quit laughing at that like Dave Chappelle did in the Aunt Your Mama sketch. Hold on.
That was
Okay.
hilarious.
That was so hilarious. So when you said that, I was just like, wait a minute, Dave Chappelle, Aunt Your Mammy. Wait a minute. Hold on. All right. Here we go. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dave and Carolyn and Tantrums and Tirades. So, how you doing tonight, Dave?
I'm fantastic. How are you doing?
Well, you know what? You know I'm doing well, Dave. You know I am dancing in the street.
Oh yeah? It's that good for you right now?
Oh my God, Dave. I have to say to you, your people really came through. And I
Hold on, what
thought
do you mean by my people?
I'm good. Listen, I will tell you what I mean. And this is not coming from me. This is coming from the great and powerful Dave Chappelle. Gotta talk about Dave Chappelle. For anybody who did not see Dave Chappelle's monologue, you really need to go see it, Dave. See it. I mean, see it,
It's
lay around in it, Dave. It's one of those things like a bath. You just sink into it and you just say,
it's one of the most important sketches you can watch this year. I mean, it was huge.
yes, it was. It was, like I said, I mean, Dave knows how to just break it down to the most basic, common, everyday honesty. No playing around, no, this is the news, none of that. Dave just break it down like it is. Now, I have to say to you, Dave, the most important thing he said in the monologue to me is probably different than the most important thing for you. So I want to ask you first, Dave. What was the most important thing about Dave Chappelle's monologue that really made you say yes?
Honestly, just how he knows white rural America. I mean, better than anybody. I mean, he has commentary about life in rural America that a lot of you don't hear from a lot of people, and
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 yes, I'm
especially
sorry.
when sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Go on.
Well, especially when he talks about, the addiction problems that people have. He said this is the first time in American history that life expectancy is declining for white people due to overdose, suicide, people feeling hopeless, people feeling that nobody cares, about their situation. So yeah, I mean, I was like, I grew up in a small town of 9,000 people
Right,
in the Rust Belt. I know
right,
exactly what he's
yeah,
talking about. Like
right,
30 minutes away from me, there's a town that's just a suburb of Pittsburgh, has one of the highest, if not the highest, per capita uses of heroin use in the country.
right,
And this is just this is not a big town. You know what
right.
I mean? And this was like 10 years ago where it was like this. I don't even know what it's like today because I haven't been back. But like 10 years ago, it was this bad. And and you're laughing. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, Dave, because I just thought it was fabulous what you just said. But like the great Dave Chappelle, I'm sorry, I didn't know if you were doing a skit. I didn't know for sure what if that was serious or not.
I'm literally sharing white people's pain here, and you're just laughing.
Yeah,
You're
I
laughing.
mean,
Okay, you're
yeah,
confirming what he says. Nobody cares. Nobody
yes,
cares.
let me say this to you. I mean, it's almost like we knew what each other was going to talk about. And I want to let you people know Dave and I don't really talk about what our views are on things. Dave's views are as new to me as they are to you. So I was talking about Dave Chappelle, and once again, Dave really reinforces what I was going to talk about. He doesn't even know it. I was going to talk about the part where Dave Chappelle did talk about white people. He did. And the thing is, only white people think these things are new because you all have always kept it pretty quiet because they were always blaming other people. They did it, go back, whatever. It was always blaming other people. But you all have been out there clowning for so long that now it has just spilled into the forefront. You always been clowning. So and I don't mean that in a negative way when I say you all have always been clowning. I'm like Dave Chappelle, and I'm taking this from Dave Chappelle. This is not my point of view. Dave Chappelle said, "You people have always been clowning," but Dave Chappelle almost, most of his adult life he's lived in the small town that you are talking about, Dave. But the part that I took from it was this. Dave's talked about how COVID, I call it Corvette, it's like a Corvette, it's
Yeah, no,
safety word,
corvid. I think
whatever
that's
you
like
want
a
to call
species of birds. What? Do you,
Yeah, I'm like Dave when it comes to COVID. At some point in time, you got to quit taking it so doggone seriously because if you've got millions of people who don't want to wear a mask, it's already a joke to so many people. So when Dave made a
right.
joke about it, I didn't understand why people got so upset. I mean, you go on YouTube and watch video after video after video of people terrorizing employees from small towns to New York City over a freaking mask.
Oh, you're infringing on my rights. I'm calling 911. I'm calling the cops.
Right. But he makes a joke about COVID, but he flips it. He said COVID is keeping all the mass shooters off the street. And Dave called all the mass shooters white. And I see a lot of people were upset by that. But
Well, hold up. I gotta ask you. So,
what
in your experience, is the black community, are they like on it with the masks? Everybody's wearing the mask. They're all in compliance with it, or
no, I think mask, I mean that's the one thing that even a color barrier has nothing to do with. That is
right,
strictly
right.
about, you know, are you smart enough to understand how science works? That's the only thing that I can say about a mask, Dave.
Yeah.
A mask equals people who believe in science. No mask equals people who don't believe in science.
Hold up, hold
So
up. I don't know. You're starting to sound pretty liberal to me right now, talking about science. You didn't know about the war on science going on right now? We're past science in America. No, you gross. You want to be
science,
smart. You want to listen to experts. It sounds like you need to go to like Europe or like Asia or something.
get
That's
out of
no.
America.
Sorry.
Get
Mm-mm.
out. Right. But here's
Mm-mm.
the thing, Dave. Is is it science or I can't think of the name of it, Dave. I hope you can hear me. People snapping my fingers like, what is that? What is that? What is that thing the pharmaceutical companies are using to make a vaccine? What is that called? Oh, yeah, I know. Science. So I'm just going to say to all you people who think you hate science, science is the reason you are able to eat food. Science is the reason you're able to drink clean water. Science is the reason you have clothes. There is nothing you can look at that science did not have some part of. So, all you science haters out there, I want you to know the Dave Chappelle says, cut it out, because everything equals science. And that's all I have to say about that.
Well, I think I'm with you up to a point. Up until someone presents science that hurts my feelings, and in which case I have to check science. I gotta fight back and say, I don't like what you're doing to my feelings right now.
You don't like this freaking science no more. Science is a monster.
Right.
Science is a beast. And you know what? You're absolutely right. Science is a beast. That's why they don't like it. So, okay. So I just want to say to all you people out there who hate the fact that Dave Chappelle made a joke about basically people who believe in science and people who don't, but he threw a caveat in there by saying, at least it stopped the white folks from coming out killing everybody. So I'm going to say 2 thumbs up for Dave Chappelle.
That's true. We were going pretty ham on the mass shootings for a minute there. Like we probably needed to be tamped down on that a little bit.
Yeah, you needed to be tapped down. So it's over and done. That's it for me. And Dave, I guess we'll say goodnight and move on to our next tantrum and tirade, wherever it may find us. Have a good night, Dave.
Adios, Carolyn. Bye, guys.
Bye.